Have you ever wondered why so many older adults wake up at 3 o'clock a.m. and can't fall back asleep? You might find yourself lying there, in the quiet darkness, staring at the ceiling, wondering what's going on with your body or your mind. The truth is, this is incredibly common, and it's not just about getting older or developing random habits. In this video, we'll explore 5 real reasons why so many people wake up around 3 o'clock a.m. as they age, and what those early wake-ups might be telling you. Each reason connects to something deeper going on inside your body, your health, or your life experience. And by the end, you might view your sleep habits in a whole new light. These aren't just surface-level ideas. They're based on real science, hormones, sleep cycles, emotional health, and even social factors that most people never think about. We'll talk about everything from changes in melatonin and your circadian rhythm to the emotional shifts that come with aging. And we'll do it in a respectful, thoughtful way, because sleep isn't just about rest. It's about understanding your body, your journey, and what your nights are trying to tell you. So if you've ever asked, why do I keep waking up at 3 o'clock a.m.? You're in the right place. Stick around, because what you learn today might not only improve your sleep, it might also help you reconnect with your body in a way that feels compassionate and empowering. Let's dive in. Number 1. Reduced melatonin production. One of the most common reasons older adults wake up in the middle of the night, especially around 3 o'clock a.m., is a natural drop in melatonin levels. Melatonin is the hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycle, what scientists call your circadian rhythm. It helps your body wind down and stay asleep. When you were younger, your body likely made plenty of melatonin each night. That steady hormone flow kept you asleep for longer periods without interruption. But as you get older, your body naturally produces less melatonin, and that change can directly affect how deeply you sleep. You may still fall asleep easily at night, especially after a long or relaxing day. But by the time 3 o'clock a.m. rolls around, your body's melatonin may dip too low to keep you in that restful state. So you wake up, not because of a loud noise or stress, but simply because your brain is no longer getting the chemical support it needs to stay asleep. This isn't a flaw, and it doesn't mean you're broken. It's a normal shift in how your body functions with age, and your environment can make things worse. Even small amounts of light, a porch light outside, a blinking alarm clock, or hallway light sneaking under the door, can suppress melatonin production even more. Your aging body becomes more sensitive to these cues, making that 3 a.m. wake-up even more likely. Take someone like Richard, age 72. He always slept well, but lately, he wakes up around 3:15 a.m., fully alert. He isn't stressed, just awake, wondering why. Once he learned about melatonin changes and aging, he realized it wasn't his fault. He started turning off screens earlier, keeping his room darker, and taking evening walks to naturally reset his sleep cycle. Now, even when he does wake up early, he feels less frustrated because he understands what's going on. That's the power of awareness. When you stop blaming yourself and start working with your body, sleep becomes something you manage with care instead of fear. Number 2. Shifted sleep cycle and advanced sleep phase. Another major reason people wake up around 3 a.m. is due to something called an advanced sleep phase. It's when your internal body clock shifts forward as you age, causing you to feel sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning. You might notice this when you doze off during a late TV show or wake up naturally before the sun rises, even when you want to sleep longer. This isn't just habit, it's biology. In younger years, your circadian rhythm was likely synced to a later bedtime and morning rise. But with age, that rhythm shifts earlier. So if you fall asleep at 9 p.m., your body may think 3 a.m. is the right time to get up, even if it's still dark outside. This doesn't mean something is wrong. Your internal clock is just on a new schedule now. It's like resetting your alarm by a few hours without even knowing it. Quiet lifestyles can make this shift stronger. If you live alone or don't have many evening activities, your brain gets the signal to wind down earlier. And without work schedules or social events pushing you to stay up, your sleep window keeps sliding forward. Let's look at Barbara, 69 and recently retired. She eats dinner at 5:30 p.m., watches some TV, and heads to bed around 9. Sure enough, by 3 a.m., she's wide awake. At first, she worried she had insomnia. But after learning about advanced sleep phase, she started making simple changes, staying up a little later, calling her granddaughter for a short evening chat, and reading with soft light before bed. These small cues helped shift her internal clock. Now, she sleeps longer and wakes closer to sunrise. Understanding this natural shift removes guilt and frustration. Your body isn't failing, it's just evolving. And with a few tweaks, you can work with your new rhythm instead of fighting it. If you're still watching and finding value, comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. Your support helps us keep creating helpful content like this. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Physical discomfort and health-related interruptions. Another reason older adults wake up around 3 a.m. is because of physical discomfort or underlying health issues that quietly show up during the night. As we age, we're more likely to deal with chronic conditions or subtle discomforts. These issues might not scream for attention, but they're enough to wake you from deep sleep. It could be a sore joint, a full bladder, or a random twinge in your back, and that's all it takes to interrupt your rest. Take arthritis. Lying in one position too long can become painful. You might fall asleep just fine, but a few hours later, stiffness wakes you up. Or maybe you deal with acid reflux. Eating dinner too late or reclining right after can trigger heartburn around 3 a.m. Even a dry mouth, a leg cramp, or a cold breeze from the window can be enough to wake you. And for many older men, a big reason for waking up is needing to use the bathroom. The bladder becomes less elastic with age, and the urge to go is harder to ignore in the quiet of night. Once you're up, even just to walk to the bathroom, your body shifts from deep rest to light alertness, making it harder to fall back asleep. Medications can also play a role. Many seniors take pills for blood pressure, cholesterol, or pain. Side effects like frequent urination, temperature changes, or sensitivity to sound can silently mess with sleep. Sometimes we don't realize that our medication timing or the meds themselves are part of the issue. Take Elaine, a 76-year-old who recently noticed she was waking at 3:30 a.m. most nights. At first, she blames stress, but after a chat with her doctor, she learned one of her prescriptions was affecting her hydration levels. Her doctor adjusted the timing, and she made a few lifestyle tweaks. Now she wakes less often, and when she does, she falls back asleep much faster. Here's the key. Waking up from physical reasons doesn't mean your body is breaking down. It means your body is speaking up. These signals are worth listening to. A 3 o'clock a.m. wake-up might be a message. Something needs your attention, whether it's comfort, medication timing, or something in your routine that needs tweaking. When you listen, you can make gentle changes that lead to deeper, more restful sleep. Number 4. Lifestyle habits that shift your sleep rhythm. One powerful, but often overlooked reason many older adults find themselves wide awake at 3 a.m. comes down to lifestyle habits. These are small, everyday routines that, over time, quietly shift your internal body clock without you even realizing it. Think about it. As people age, many naturally start eating dinner earlier, moving around less during the day, and winding down their evenings sooner. These changes might seem harmless, but they send signals to your brain that it's time to sleep earlier, and that means you may finish your full night's rest before the sun even rises. After retirement, days often get quieter. The structure and stimulation of working life fade away. No more commutes, long to-do lists, or constant activity. And without these external cues, your body's sleep-wake rhythm can start to drift forward. Add in a dimly lit, peaceful evening, and your brain might start producing melatonin even earlier than expected. Before you know it, you're heading to bed at 8:30 or 9 p.m. and waking up around 3 a.m., fully rested but confused about why you can't go back to sleep. Food also plays a subtle role. Eating dinner early is often a healthy habit, but without a small snack later, your blood sugar may dip overnight. That drop might not feel like hunger, but it can be enough to wake your body. And don't forget caffeine. As we age, our metabolism slows, and even a cup of coffee from early afternoon can still linger in your system hours later, quietly affecting your ability to stay asleep. Walter, a 74-year-old retiree, is a perfect example. He slowly shifted into a new routine: dinner by 5 o'clock, falling asleep in front of the news, and in bed before 9. He wasn't tired in a bad way. He just thought this was the new normal. But soon, 3 a.m. became his wake-up time, and he couldn't figure out why. Once Walter became more aware of the routine he'd settled into, he made a few simple changes. He started going for a short walk in the afternoon, reading under brighter light in the evening, and skipping those after-dinner naps. It wasn't about doing more. It was about doing things differently, and that helped shift his natural sleep rhythm later into the night. It's easy to underestimate the power of routine, but the truth is, your body thrives on rhythm. When those patterns shift, even gently, it impacts everything, especially sleep. The good news? With small, intentional adjustments, you can guide your sleep cycle back into balance and reduce those frustrating early wake-ups. If you're still with us and this part resonated with you, comment number 4 below to let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, so you never miss content that supports your well-being. Now let's move on. Number 5. Emotional and psychological restlessness. Sometimes, waking up at 3 o'clock a.m. has nothing to do with your body, and everything to do with your mind. As we grow older, life slows down, and that quiet can bring up thoughts and feelings we didn't even realize we were carrying. During the daytime, you may stay busy with routines, calls, or hobbies. But at 3 o'clock a.m., when the house is still and the world is silent, your mind often takes center stage. Old memories might rise to the surface, unspoken regrets might whisper, or subtle worries may begin to replay themselves. This isn't always the loud kind of anxiety that younger people experience. It's quieter, more reflective. It's a gentle unease that can tug at your attention and stir you from sleep. You may think about old friendships, missed opportunities, or people you've lost. Or you might simply feel a deep need for connection, especially if your social circle has shrunk, or your days feel lonelier than they used to. This emotional restlessness is something many older adults experience, but few talk about. Gloria, who's 80 and widowed, knows this feeling well. She stays active during the day, tending her garden, chatting with her grandchildren, watching her favorite shows. But at 3 a.m., she often wakes up with her heart full of thoughts, memories of her late husband, questions about life, or feelings she didn't have time to process during the day. At first, she thought something was wrong with her sleep, but then she realized this was her inner world speaking up, asking to be acknowledged. To help herself, Gloria started keeping a small journal by her bed. When she woke up with her mind racing, she'd write a few lines, whatever was in her heart. She also created a calming bedtime ritual, soft music, a warm light, or a note to a friend. These gentle habits gave her emotions space and helped her sleep more peacefully afterward. The truth is, our hearts don't follow clocks, and sometimes the stillness of night is when they feel safest to speak. So if you find yourself waking up and thinking deeply or feeling emotional, try not to see it as a problem. Instead, ask, what is my heart trying to tell me? What part of me needs comfort, reflection, or closure? Waking up at 3 a.m. may be an invitation to listen more closely, to care for yourself more deeply, and to honor the rich inner life you've built over the years. Thanks for joining us today. If something in this video resonated with you, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support means everything. Until next time, take care and sleep well.